I shall demand your conversation, and then you can go and have some fun. High German, you say? Countess Elizabeth of Geneva. I'll try to get some goodie points out of that, although my character hates whenever I do that. Work off some stress. Okay, I wounded him, but alas, you know, that's just the idea here, you know. You never hold back in your training, you go all out. Of course, even if the partner is just a child. She probably, you know, kicked him all the way to the moon. But alas, that is just how the story sometimes goes, you know. Sacrifices need to be made. I think we could actually reasonably make this a bit faster. Because we can fucking afford it. I'd rather not drag the war out, to put it mildly. Yet another person is under me, who hates me. Heads of war, ask of you, phobic, yes, male-dominated, jealous, strong believer. I will demand your conversation, though. 51%, okay, that is like a fucking coin throw. We shall cheat the coin throw by saving. And trying so long as he fucking agrees. What's your turn? See the wisdom of your faith, but I hope you understand what a long winding path it is from the darkness into the light. Perhaps you can support me in whatever way I need. The journey would be an easier one. I could imprison him for that. Which will not succeed. Yeah. Maybe we can get him to just accept his fate. He has to turn one way or another. I don't care if he wants to or not. Yay, lucky star. I will probably rewatch that at some point. Considering how often I've now seen it in passing. Hello, friend. Could I endear you with some money? Would that make it likelier that you would follow along? Oh, 61%, that is better. I mean, we can afford the money, at least for the moment. Try to follow you into the light and convert to the city of Shizring. Yours the DRM-free YouTube streams. What? Don't worry about it. That is far too little for YouTube to care about. YouTube cares about other things, especially music, far more. Yeah. Honestly, so far as most anime is concerned, I don't think I've ever got in trouble for using that. For music, though. Music gets you in trouble really quickly. For some mystical reason. A beast hound. Or a scenthound? What does a scenthound do to me? Diplomacy and learning. I'll take a scenthound. It shall be called Shadow, because, well, it's easy enough to remember. Oh, there's one taken in. YouTube is a bit special when it comes to that. Although, to be fair, there's quite a bit of music that is technically speaking copyrighted, but that is still allowed to be played, but it's less. For the most part, YouTube can be a bitch, but hey, Twitch can be as much a bitch. You know how many times I'm looking at something and then I look at my little video list and Twitch is like, we silenced some parts of it, just, you know, so you know. It's like, okay, bye, well, we thought we heard something we didn't like. Like, okay, fuck you too, don't worry about it, and fuck you. It's not like I make it much in the way of money of it, so you would assume that that would not be much of a problem, but alas, you'd be fucking wrong. Now then, Bavaria is not going to be a target I can take. Parma is a target I could potentially take, but the last time we tried Parma was... God damn it, it's a plague again, isn't it? That could be a problem. Well, yeah, Valheim should be updated and ready to go at any given moment when we desire to do so. So that shouldn't really be a problem. Okay, the Bavarians have a claim on the Kingdom of Lothrangia. That is actually not bad if that comes to pass. I'm all in favor of that. Because then we would be part of the biggest player at the moment. I will keep the claimant faction though going. But yeah, both YouTube and Twitch are kinda a bit annoying when it comes to a great many things. Copyright involved, or not for some reason. Sometimes they do make strange claims, like bearing your video for, what was it again, sexual content was it for me? Pretty sure that was the last time YouTube had a problem with me, and I was, okay, let's look what YouTube takes affront to. And then you look at it and you go like, okay, so at this point I'm talking with little strategy about saving the game and exiting it. I mean, you know, we're both very, very sexy characters, so I can understand that YouTube sees some, you know, some real big dick energy there. However, I would claim, rather rightfully so, that that was not against the TOS of YouTube. For some mystical reason. Just, you know, sometimes you see something and you go like, okay. At which point, you know, I then went up to YouTube and like, hey, could you explain your reasoning for that? And they were like, after I think a week or so, like, ah, yeah, okay, we agreed that there's a problem there. Strict coastal quarantine. We don't have a coast, technically speaking. We have a river. To be fair, we have the Rhine. The Rhine is indeed there. But again, let's see, just say for 20 days after they land. 20 days should technically speaking be enough, wouldn't it be? And it does help me with my stress. But yeah, some strange things sometimes with them streaming platforms. Alas, as for Parma, I would really like to go to war and just get you. No matter how difficult. Only it might leave 49 years until it's more peaceful, eh? Good. Very good. I'm pretty sure that is not a realistic estimate, but alas, I'll fucking take it. Well then, after we have gotten all of this nonsense, I guess we're gonna start with this then. You should probably... you know what, I'm gonna save the game and see what happens. If we get involved with the Holy Orders again, well... fuck me, I guess. That's all I can really say about it. Siege de jure, Duchy of Lombardy. Okay, this map without using hook on my leash to my realms was... ah, fuck me sideways. No Russians. Russians are always doing strange things. Okay, you have that, eh? This kind of a draw against other vessels unless they use a hook on their leash. My leash is about to lose this fucking war, so that's not gonna be a problem for long. Grand vessel. Good tidings, I've decided to make Count Raymond of Parma your vessel. Nice. Don't even need to go to war for that. Does my leash actually like me? No, she actually fucking hates me. That's the only reason she would do that is because, well, you know, I am a military force to be reckoned with. Yeah, she's like, maybe not provoke the sleeping tiger. Just as about thinking to declare war as well. Isn't that nice? Now, once my legions lost their war, we'll all become Bavarian, of course, and I think that is actually the biggest European nation I've seen in a while. Which means it's going to last for like 5 seconds before it starts breaking into smaller pieces, because, well, yeah, it really has not, in any way, shape, or form, enough preparations usually to keep such a large thing going. But I mean, you should always play nice with the Pope, and, if the Pope is part of Bavaria, we might at some point get to the point where we can change their state religion, or, become just Queen and Pope at the same time, and demand conversation. Speaking of demanding conversation, is there anyone here who is not of the right faith that might be in need of some conversation themselves? Yes, of course there is. You will fucking follow my lead, bitch. Farmer. I made myself clear. Very good of you. Hey, that's why you need to check. Sometimes you miss getting a new vessel or something. Or something else has happened in the inheritance, and, well, now you need to deal with that shit. I don't think really there's anyone that I have access to that is. It needs more teachings. I mean, of course, the Pope is also technically speaking a ruler. Although technically speaking, it's not really a feudal system, because it's not like he actually, technically the next one inherited it, but the next one is going to be another Pope, and it's not bound to your... I guess it's not hereditary, that manner. I mean, it's kind of the problem we have now, where we have two different inheritance systems going on, if you look at our succession. We have a succession of our fate title, of our Pope title, which is unaffected by pretty much everything else, and our normal succession, which is also going to run its course, which means, problems. Because at this point, my own would inherit the head of fate, and my daughter would inherit the other titles. Just kind of fucking annoying, I'll have to say. Actually, I have almost enough military power there. I don't think I can I? Must not be temporal head of faith. Cannot destroy your primary title. And I don't think I have an option to align the succession. Because actually I would have to align the succession of all the others, and that's not to all the other title, and that's probably not going to work, is it now? At law. Feudal elective, Scandinavian, ministry elective. Well, to be fair, we also do not have any primogenitor, which means we still don't have the system of just, inheriting everything into one particular child. Right now, all of the titles will always get split. Which is kinda just a tiny bit annoying. Oh well, oh well. Well, at least as far as all of the titles go, we are holding pretty much everything we can reasonably hold. All of those. We have all of those. And actually, both my now liege and one of the previous lieges actually went to war for me to get myself the rest of the titles, so it's kinda neat. We have all of those. And, well, those in the realm of Bavaria are definitely not titles I can get my hand on, to put it mildly, because I'm not going to challenge Bavaria and its 10,000 troops with my almost 3,000. It does not seem like a reasonable idea. However, we don't have to necessarily, because very soon, if things go, or continue going this way, we'll be part of Bavaria. As is everything else that is Lotharingia. Although to be fair, Bavaria has lost its little piece down here at some point. Kinda saddening, isn't it? Kinda saddening indeed. I guess this is not a time for war, this is a time for keeping our little hands nice and folded. And not doing anything too horrible. So we could try to go for something else, but meh. I'm just surprised that Bavaria has taken that fucking long to actually get the job done. You would assume they would be able to get the job done relatively quickly. Yes, they are. Against King of Great Moravian Russian claim on the duchy. I mean, they're seemingly advancing on two fronts here, which is probably what's fucking with them. They should still probably win both wars, though. I mean, Moravia has 2,300 troops at best. So, I don't feel much doubt there. Although it's the AI, and the AI can do stupid things, they can lose in interesting ways. I've seen them letting victories slip away from them in the most stupidest way, so never say never is, I guess, the wittiest sense here. But hardly. However, that is not for us to worry about, now is it? We just gonna sit back and relax. Well, I'm not ill any longer, which is good. As I said, the one thing we can't really afford is dying before my fucking aunt dies, because right now she would inherit my primary title. Or rather annoyingly. Then again, there's a good chance she will die before me. A relatively good chance. She has lover's box. Well, that's not good for you. And she's a Rakish. Well, basically, you know, she's pretty well off at this point. Nothing to worry about. How about you? Have you produced any more children? Thankfully not. That is indeed something I find rather admirable of you, daughter of mine. I see you understand the pressing concerns. Yeah, everyone makes mistakes. However, please stop making mistakes. Those are kind of costly. I want that. No, not really. Actually, is there anyone vessel-wise who has any advantages over the others, basically? Don't think so. I'm pretty sure I normalized pretty much all of them. Aha, we found someone. I know it's an act of tyranny game. But I don't like that there are excuses. Any excuses, mind you. These cunts. After all, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to pay your dues, as is to be expected. Okay, so we have one cunt who's still not giving me full levies, but at least now he's paying full taxes. Although everyone will hate my decision there, which is, you know, okay, as far as I'm concerned. Ah, Bavaria, what are you doing? Are you really telling me you're gonna lose this war? Still gonna take me a fucking long while to get that shit out of the way though. Jesus Christ. Well. Many more things. Several grams on a single ball. Let's go for bailiffs, shall we? I mean, to be fair, you are just average. But I don't really want to remove you from a position. You are actually, but potentially powerful vessel. Are you the enemy? The German sisters populace targeting Queen Villas. Of course. Of course it would. They will never reach the military power necessary to be in any way, shape or form dangerous, but Oh, nice. Baroni claim on the king. He also want to claim the kingdom, eh? Everybody wants a piece of this fucking kingdom. Ah. I can't really do much about that, can I now? Because technically speaking, we are allies, aren't we? Ah. Fuck's sake. Yes, so Bavaria would end finally do shit. I mean, so I'm apparently almost done with that one. When that is out of the window, they might focus once again on the real goal. They still have 8,400 troops left, so you know, it's not like they are in any desperate need for anything. And look, our queen has decided that this is a problem we need to deal with. Reasonable, I say. However, it will also make things more problematic. There's so much shit going on this fucking map, and it looks fucking horrible. There comes, well, just a few of the Bavarian armies marching over to say hello, in the most friendliest of tones, while probably bloody raping everything that is, you know, rapeable. Which is a surprisingly high amount of things, if you think about it. Sign. Would like a council position. Well, I'll have you know that I don't actually have any for you. You kinda just fucked. The moment it is. I know you don't like hearing that, but it is what it is. Yes, those are technically speaking also part of the string, so I guess that is good for Bavaria to do. Why they not just take the fucking capital? But beyond me. No, don't do this right now. This is gonna be an interesting confrontation here. A three-pronged war that is going to be in very, very interesting directions. I'm somewhat intrigued, to be fair. Basically, you're gonna chase them because you kind of want to deal with them. Then you realize, oh shit, Bavaria is also a problem. So now you're gonna run away and try to deal with that, eh? Well, if you know, Bavaria is probably gonna get some nice points relatively soon, but you can't do shit about it. I do wonder if Bavaria actually manages to get shit under control. Size-wise, they absolutely should. As I said, never trust an AI to do anything right and proper. I guess we're gonna keep a nice close eye on that. Are you now gonna deal with them again? Yes, you are. But why not even give up and go somewhere else? This once again an example to us all. Very much the exemplar of our religion. Yes, yes. Nice. Now then, could you maybe potentially deal with that? I would rather not have that siege down for, you know, these reasons. Come on, you can technically catch up to them. You're just gonna, you know, they're gonna come back and you're gonna come back again. That's a waste of fucking time. And all the while, Bavaria is gonna take over ever more of your country. You fucking idiot. What you gonna do about it? Alicia's like, and then nothing, eh? Wouldn't even know what to do against that. Look, they're back at it again. Come on. Beat them. Beat them. We're just not gonna sit there and siege that down for no other reason than that you can. Yes, you probably will. I see. Very nice of you, Leash. Just gonna give me more trouble, eh? I'm not surprised. You're mildly annoyed, to be fair. You're a good son. You're not really worth it to me, but you're a good son. Assuredly. Come on, Bavaria. Start moving your ass. You know, you don't have to let them sit there. You could, you know, send them forward. You could. It's not gonna cost you much. Instead of waiting the next fucking 50 days for this to finish. And they're gonna try it again, aren't they? This time with some reinforcements even. That's good. Because now my liege actually has no chance of actually winning it. Still think Bavaria is gonna be a bit faster about their capturing attempt though. Distinct feeling they will be. 5 days. How did you manage to get the plus 12% again? Malish. Just because you captured one singular little nonsensical province. You must have taken some prisoners, didn't you? You do realize, Bavaria, that you could do this a lot just faster, you know? You don't have to waste your time like this. You don't need to fucking take the little mini penis down here, you know? There's a place here, and there's lots of lands here that you could capture. I mean, I'm not saying that you should capture my lands, I'd rather not have to deal with that. But I'm saying, you know, that it makes it quicker. I'm kind of willing to do it. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna travel all the way from the north down here into the fucking war zone for no other reason than some random festivities for some random dude. Sounds reasonable. Come on, Bavaria. I at least believe in you. Oh, well, somewhat. Somewhat believe in you. Where are you going, Bavaria? Are you coming down to me? Are you going to annoy me now? And we will put it beyond the realm of possibility. There they come. First Bavarian army marches in. Now, are you gonna deal with the intruders? Sure. Feint and step. Getting left with your short, you step out right with an offhanded dagger. In knife to hand for 5 years. Hi, crazy likelihood of success, medium. God makes a quick slash one way, only for me to draw a fresh dagger of my offhand and to ungrudge the fucking annoying person. Look for my every blow. Letting my attack without getting another shot it in. I can feel myself begin to tire. Comes good with only small errors and Venetia's predator. You try to copy a famous move from a favorite book. Beating my opponent is as easy as retelling a story. Just to grab a handful of dirt from the ground, but when she attempts to throw it at me, a gust of wind blows it right back in her face. Ha ha ha. Suzy spluttering to notice. Avoid my short pommel as I drive it into her throat. Century, yes, immediately. I am victorious! Bitch, that's what you get for trying to throw some fucking dirt in my face. Okay, that was apparently over. Interesting that Bavaria would just pull out. No fucking reason. Now, if my liege can win this, actually, things can be nice and peaceful. Come on. Come on, come on. The sins of a father. Misdeeds. Get around to meet by burning eyes of a man consumed by desire to defend the honor of his father. True? These guys are meeting. Back down. Yeah, we have another rival. Why do so many people want to be a rival to me? Don't I know what happens to those? The chances are not really that good. Better, but still not pleasant. Interesting. We might actually become subservient to them, eh? That's an interesting choice. I mean, she's of the right religion, so honestly, I'm not against her, you know, gaining. In fact, I go and very politely tell her that that's all good for me. At least we'll finally have a ruler of the right religion. Is there anything else we can do? I'm pretty sure there's still an independence faction, is there? Alish is kinda losing out troop-wise. No. I don't really think we're going to get too involved in this. We're going to let this basically play out. Because I don't think we can be quickly enough in exiting ourselves. So that's probably not gonna work in our favor. Yeah, I'm gonna win another bout though. I mean, I'm in favor of it, but how are your chances? I'd say actually pretty good. Interesting. Must have quite a good amount of well and proper good troops there to pull this off. Probably more by accident than anything else, but still. It's kinda impressive. I like it. And we are already dealing with you, aren't we? Okay, and there comes the reserve troops. To, you know, why you would move away and instead of just waiting is, of course, beyond me, but... Go to Parma and do the same thing as we do everywhere. Now there he comes again, or he rather. We have an awful amount of women in power at the moment. If you're wondering why the map looks like it does at the moment, yeah, there's a quite clear-cut answer to that. They have been bickering, as only women can, for quite a while at this point. The Empire of the West. The Roman Empire in the West has lain dormant for some time, leaving the Catholic answer to the question of imperial dignity uncertain at best. But that is until now. As Kaiser Radke has, with the consent of Pope Martinitus, re-established the Empire of Charlemagne, in a lavish ceremony hosted by the grandest of churches in Roma. Across the world, Catholic priests rejoice, confident that Rome shall last has a true and godly heir once more. Great! The Holy Roman Empire. If we didn't had enough problems before. Our problems just seem to rise ever endlessly, don't they? Especially now that the Holy Roman Empire is our fucking neighbor. Also, they have... Yeah, they're quite big. And I will assume they're quite Catholic about it. God fucking damn it. This is not a good state of affairs. Tish is not pleasant at all. Oh boy indeed. I really would like to join her in her fucking endeavors, but I can't because my leash is on the other side of that particular conflict. Alas. I do so would wish to do it, though. Just a nice little betrayal, you know, a little step in the back and something like this. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be amazing? But alas. Also, you know, having to pacify all of these lands again is going to be a royal pain in the ass. My Italian claims are not looking too bright at the moment, to be fair. But I mean, you know, still, you could just march up onto the Thringer's capital and go like, hey, bitch, give it up. Because, you know, this is just gonna be it's just a race you can win, because you can, you know, conquer multiple places, while he can only really deal with one. Whatever. Bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? Minus 61%. Now we're gonna lose a few percent because he's gonna free Modena again. It is endless. Endless indeed. Gotta do something for myself in the meantime. I guess I could. On a pilgrimage. Done it in a while. Oh. How about we go to Santiago? Okay, that would cut that into two. That would do as well. Let's take that option in. Okay, that's fucking pricey. But alas, we can afford it. And I guess we really don't have much else to do at the moment. There's also, of course, a just kind of thing. Okay, now we're trying to capture the land. Okay. It doesn't really seem like a good option, especially if he's done here. He has every goddamn fucking right to go down there and kick your ass again. Which is precisely what I would do, actually. Is the faction against me still going? No. Good. Well, so far, things are not looking bad. I guess it's time that I bring some good old-fashioned muddy water that is in no way related to any company whatsoever, which you might have heard of. That's the sort of race that only really I will ever get into. Such a waste of time. You could just beat the armies up, then they couldn't, you know, deal with you all the time. But you don't, and that is indeed your problem. Now then, where are you going next? You really need to think about it. Fuck off. Get trampled, bitch. Visited Tivarum Brigantidium, yay! Once again we walk to the holy path as we have a tendency to do, or randomly. Bit more piety, sure, why not? Doesn't bite me. And now you want to recapture these areas, eh? I mean, I'm not surprised. Just mildly annoyed, as is usually the case. Durability increases by 10. Yeah, it's not really a bad choice. I do like it when my things last longer. It means I have to repair them less, which is rather neat, as far as I'm concerned. Do wonder, however, how long this nonsense will go on. I mean, look, you have 6,000 soldiers with your ally together. All you really needed to do at this moment is just crush the enemy army. But I can't capture territories all the time. Or at least, you know, reduce them so much that they can't do it quickly. You know, it would be beachy. Instead of going through these slow but arduous nonsense. Where are you going? I'd say that's a pretty damn valid question. Where the fuck are you going? Oh, up there. Well, this might actually be finally the opportunity to deal with them. If you don't let them fucking escape, that is. You did not. That actually did a good choice. Now, beat them up, beat the everything shit out of them. Brings peaceful, apart from down there. Go down there, deal with it, again. Now I'm asking for a lot, but, you know. No shadow. Well, that is how the war ended. She got captured leading the troops, like a fucking idiot. Which means the war is over. The Baronian claim been successful. Queens. Queen Matilda III of Lothringia. Yes, yes. I have a new leash, and she likes me. I'm pretty sure allied unto me. Yes, we are. Well, that is one interesting turn after, you know, the Holy Roman Empire came about. Also, she is, of course, of the right religion, which makes her splendidly more... I got off here a concubine. Nice. Your man and knight. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you my knight. I do need my knights, but for the most part, I'm kinda happy with my new leash. The point where I will learn your language. It's the Italian language. I mean, that's not as gay as the French language, so I'm somewhat okay with that, actually. It also means that probably my leash will now start converting territories. Slowly but surely towards the right religion. Which, all things considered, That is a good thing. This means that all of these territories should technically speaking fall under us. Yeah, that Holy Roman Empire does make me a bit worried, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie, it's a direct neighbor, and I don't think they like us overly much. Much because they're bloody fucking Catholic Christians, and we are far more proper. Let's see if we have anything here that... okay, so we have a Liberty faction, it's already relatively powerful. We have that faction. This is gonna be difficult. Of course, there's one major problem. We are allied with our liege at the moment, which it's not going to bode well for our future, I'm assuming. Not that easily now. There's really not much we can right now do about the Holy Roman Empire. Apart from hoping that the usual will happen, which is, you know, a nice little split, because they fucking suck at holding things together. Of course, it's also a title that is elective, meaning it's not just hereditary, but bless that. Take a look at my other options on here. I don't even want to know how low my chances are to achieve that. But just for you, I'm going to take a look at what my chances are. 5%. Yeah, that's not a murder that's gonna happen. Even if it were to happen, it wouldn't really matter, because, as I said, it's not like the Holy Roman Empire will just disappear. It's an elective title, so you're just gonna put on the next one. Look, strategy. The map has already devolved into fucking horribleness. I can't help it any longer. Literally can't. What am I supposed to be doing, you know? French failed, Aquitaine has risen, power, Burgundy has spread like a fucking plague. Burgs has become a fucking kingdom, and somehow Bavaria has also taken some parts of fucking France. It's over. It's literally over. There's nothing we can do. Apart from giving up and, you know, waiting out the rest of the time. Now those odds I do kind of feel a bit better, but not good enough to risk it. Just hope God that I can help my liege stay in power, so that we at least, you know, finally can spread the right religion. Because that would be rather amazing. But also, so long as she's not replaced, so long as she's just forced, for example, to you know, pass on the throne to one of her next of kin, I don't see any problem there. In fact, that would be rather fortunate. Now then, most of these factions are not really a problem. That faction, however, is a problem. Because it has fucking 4 members in it. Breiskel, Freely, Chavoy, Le Lorraine, Metz. Hold on, little queen. You do have some allies, don't you? Ancona is your ally. That is a lot of troops, to be fair. That is despairingly little. Then there's me, of course. In Tuscany. Well, so technically speaking, you're not without hope in case of war. I just hope you fucking hold on. And stay in fucking power, because I do like you being in power. Okay, we lost some money to some betting. Maybe we shouldn't have betted along the way with our daughter, who's apparently a far better hunter than us, but well, us. While they were in control of fucking a kingdom, I'd probably go to war on this particular kingdom, because I mean, look at them, they're fucking disgustingly weak. And they're French, so, you know, what more reason do we need to declare war on them, apart from, you know, they're fucking French? Where do you stand on the whole Biden dropping out of the race? I mean, you do know that I'm not really a fan of fucking politics. If you potentially remember this, but indeed. If you want to have an opinion on that particular matter, Biden is old and quite beyond his what proper years. I don't think that a position that requires as much in the way of just outright stamina is really something you should put on his shoulders any longer, to put it mildly. Kind of the opinion I held the first time he was running. I could probably put him out of the race, honestly. And that is just a personal opinion at this point. As I said, you know, getting involved in politics is already a pain in the ass. Getting involved in some other country's politics just screams nosy asshole to me. Like, I rather avoid it for the most. But, not Trump. Trump is now the same age when he started. Trump is pretty damn old. He is, from what I've seen of him, that is, and that is not much. A friend of mine kind of wanted to watch a bit of the last presidential debate, so I kind of was, you know, reluctantly watching it with him, because he, you know, sponsored the drinks. I'm not gonna say no to drinks. He seemed still pretty damn fit, so I guess at least from appearances, yeah, he's more fit to run for the position. I still think that he's also, yeah, I would really like to see a bit of a younger president for once more, you know. Seems to be maybe a bit better fit for the challenges of our modern age, but so long as he doesn't prove to be mentally and physically unfit for the position, you can't really put him out of the race. Younger how? Well, at least 20 years younger than the candidates we have running now would be a nice start. But, you know, if Trump would make a I mean, to be fair, he was already president once and he didn't completely burn the country to the ground, so I guess yeah, can at least look at that. So you can at least look at that and go like, how much damage can he really do if he gets more? Yes, strategy. I'm well aware that presidents and, well, no, the leaders of most countries have an unfortunate tendency to get rather old and then stay rather old for fucking eternity, which is something I do not really agree with at all, especially considering the position. I mean, if memory serves, Obama was, as far as presidents go, relatively young, which I do enjoy. Maybe, but then again, you know, if he hasn't managed to completely destroy democracy which was so often shouted about in 4 years, I don't think he's gonna manage that in another 4 years, so he's never gonna, you know, win my heart. He's always gonna look like a fucking joke to me, because, well, that's fucking Trump, but at the end of the day, I mean, he's a legitimate candidate. If people want to vote for him, I can't stop them. I'm not gonna stop them as well. What can I say? That is not my choice, as I am not in this particular race. I cannot vote in this particular election, so at the end of the day, my opinion is rather unimportant in the grand scale of things, as it is. Alas, I do hope, however, that we get another candidate that replaces Biden, because honestly, that man is really... Just from the few bits and pieces I remember from the debate I saw, he's really derelict, isn't he? Jesus Christ. I feel sorry for having this particular old man shouldering all of these responsibilities. That is really, really not something I feel is appropriate. And I would really personally wish for another candidate. To answer your question in most final form, Everything else is kinda... Well, it's up for the Americans to do. For us Europeans to sit aside, you know, sip a drink and laugh our asses off at their ideas of politics. Yes, yes. Sounds reasonable enough. There seems a bit more trouble around here. War for Count Bosom Slain on the Kingdom of Lithrangia. Militia's War. Militia's defending with 10,000 against 8,800. Sounds like Militia has a good chance of staying in power. I don't think the US is going to anytime soon stop sending weapons to Ukraine. At this point, it's kind of become a prestige object to just do so. No matter what anyone says. And even then, even if they would stop it, do you really think Europe would even reasonably be capable of compensating that loss? Just a word. Honestly, most Europe will do, or will try to do at least, is to try to keep Ukraine from losing, but also not make it, also making sure that Ukraine is not actually winning, because that would also be troublesome. You know, Europe is kind of a hot mess. Yes, you know, it's not just as easy as saying I will stop doing it. Do you know how much nonsense politicians on average fucking tell you before they get elected? They never do. I believe you me, the Ukraine conflict will just continue on, at least as far as Europe is concerned. Actually, it's not even that of much of a interesting point any longer. Not get talked about nearly as much any longer. That interesting. Alas. Many a concern we could address here, but we shall, of course, not. And even if, let's say, America pulls out, okay, so let them pull out then. Huh. Somebody is gonna feel that their chance has come. Jesus Christ, she is rigid. That is a crime, according to my religion. We shall, I do kind of want to condemn her for her transgressions, but I don't really want to fuck her up. Okay, so I'll join you on that. As for myself, I do feel a distinct need to deal with this particular nonsense, yeah? But I can't because I don't have the troops for that. Well, I mean, if Russia finds the necessary balls to actually attack Poland, at which point they would actually do something rather stupid, because there's one particular deal that you can get out of, I don't think Russia would actually risk that, not knowingly. Would be rather fun to see though, because that would actually be the way to get yourself a third world war if you want one. If Russia attacked Poland, or at least, you know, make up an believable excuse that Russia has attacked Poland. In which case, well, that's your path to the third Great War. But then again, you know, it would be rather self-destruction here. Yes, that would help them win their little Ukraine war, but it would absolutely not empower them in any way, shape, or form towards the idea of taking Poland for after that. If they were to do that, not only would you wake up the sleeping giant, that is the NATO, because now they actually have to wake up, which is something they really don't want to do. But you can be damn well sure that just as like the last second and first Great War we held, you know, as soon as the situation seems at least somewhat favorable, America will jump in and like the cowboys they are to get their own piece of the pie. Nobody is surprised. I mean, to be fair, it would be nice to be on the Allied side for once in a Great War, you know, as Germany. That would kind of be a nice thing. You know, not on the other side for once. United against Russia and shit. However, I don't really want to see that sort of Great War on a European soil again. For rather obvious reasons. And again, considering Russia has done some freaking stupid things recently, so, you know, mayhaps they would actually take the risk in trying to provoke fucking all of Europe into action. That would be something. After, you know, the Ukraine war has kind of remembered or reminded even fucking Germany, and it's absolutely disregard for military matters for decades to come back to that. Mind you, we are now actually upgrading our military quite a bit. And I think France and too has also started investing a bit more into their military arm again. So, you know, Germany is upgrading. Would be rather interesting to see what happens then. Damn it, another plague. Fuck you, game. Do you really hate me having some fucking legitimacy in my life? Is that what you're fucking trying to tell me? You assholes. Fuck you and all you fucking stand for. I'm sucking a fucking popsicle or something. Well, yeah, that would be interesting to see. That would probably not be a long war, because Russia would realize that there's a bit more than they got to chew reasonably, and then, well, there's always the option to go atomic, of course. Then again, that is really, really not a good option for anyone involved.